Hey y'all, this is Marley K. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm getting tired of bringing y'all snow people news, but I tell you what, they are doing the most on the way out. So it just when you think, you you found something you can't believe, they give you something else that just outdo that. And I just don't even know what to say, except for we're gonna have Children of the Corn Chronicles until they take the interwebs down. But the Children of the Corn cutting up. Do you hear what I say? They are cutting up in every which way possible. You have got to keep your head on a swivel and you got to keep watch. There are so many things going on, so many different situations on so many different continents that it is almost impossible. It really is impossible to keep up with. So sometimes when I get stuff, I'm just like, it's an important story, but I just, I can't talk about that. I got to go here. And like I said, I have a list of things in my email that I have to go through and share with y'all. I've gotten caught up maybe for the last month or so, but it's so much. And right now, y'all see what's happening with all the other distractions. So, just do the best that you can to try to keep up with, at least have something coming through um, across your eyes and glancing at it so you won't be taken by surprise and caught off guard when anything happens. But if you have not watched Leave the World Behind, Don't Look Up, Civil War 2024, um, Contagion, Elysium, some of these sci-fi movies about these diseases and outbreaks, pick a alien movie. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so I don't even know what to say. My head hurting, so I know y'all sick, and I have a high tolerance, a high threshold for this, but I'm at the point now where I am getting exhausted. So, y'all try to take care of yourselves, and again, try not to be stressed. But we do have a mandate to keep watch and to let our brothers and sisters know so that they can avoid the sword. And so that's what's coming in a whole lot of different ways. And we know that everything is about us, so it is imperative that we pay attention. Everybody else can afford to not pay attention. The Gentiles, the heathens, they can afford not to pay attention because this is their world. For us, it's not our world. We're not in our homeland. We are waking up to who we are. And the adversary understands that their time now is limited. So they pulling out all the stops, and we just got to be ready. Even with these two stories that I'm going to share with you, they're tied together because they're going to destroy where we're leaving from, and they're trying to destroy where we're supposed to be going back to. And you're gonna have to learn how to read between the lines and see the connections. Everything ain't always just easy, just gotta straight line from here to here. Sometimes there is some critical thinking required in addition to understanding your history, understanding biblical prophecy, and real-time events that are happening. So it's not an easy thing to do. It's not very easy to convince people that these times are here, but soon everybody gonna see because they're not able to hold on to the narrative much longer. They didn't anticipate us talking to one another, and they didn't plan on us waking up. 2020, it was easy. 2024, it ain't as easy as it was. So you gotta do something different. And while you're doing something different, you're still going to go back to your old playbooks because you're never going to put away the tools that always work for you. So, especially in our community. And one of the things that our people are brainwashed about is health. They love going to the doctor. They love Mr. Charlie's Pharmakia in science, mystery, magic, mysticism, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to harm us. So let us get into it. Okay, so it says investigation launched into Queensland lab breach with vials of Hendra virus, Lysa virus, and hantavirus missing. This story came out on Sunday, December the 8th, in the abc.net Australian news. All right, so it says nearly 100 live samples of the deadly Hendra virus have been lost in a biosecurity bungle at a state-run Queensland lab. An investigation has been launched after it was revealed 323 virus samples went missing from virology laboratory in 2021 in a major breach of biosecurity protocol, Health Minister Tim Nichols announced on Monday. See how the children of the corn, they be on something. The material, which included samples of Hendra virus, Lysa virus, and hantavirus, appears to have gone missing after a freezer storing the samples broke down. Mr. Nichols said the breach was uncovered in August 2023. The lab has been unable to say whether the materials were removed or destroyed. It is part of the transfer of those materials that is causing concern, Mr. Nichols said. The materials have been removed from that secure storage and lost or otherwise unaccounted for. There's no suggestion the samples were taken or stolen from the laboratory. Well, ain't no suggestion of nothing, because don't nobody know where nothing is. Nobody knows where nothing is. Viruses would degrade rapidly. Chief Health Officer Dr. John Garrard said the breach in record keeping was serious, but the risk to the community was very low. So, no Hendra or Lysa virus cases have been detected among humans in Queensland over the past 5 years, and there has been no report of hantavirus infections in humans ever in Australia. So, if there have never been any infections in Australia ever, how did they get the virus? Why is it on their island? Why is it in a biolab? Huh? I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right. Enterovirus is a zoonotic disease, meaning it can spread from animals to people. Here we go. In 1994, the virus swept through racing stables in the Brisbane suburb of Hendra, killing a trainer and 13 horses. Since then, there have been 66 known outbreaks across Australia, killing 4 people and dozens of horses. The missing materials include 223 fragmented samples of lysovirus, another potentially deadly disease similar to the rabies virus. These things can't happen. Infectious diseases expert Dr. Paul Griffin said a breach in the storage of such dangerous viruses shouldn't be possible. The systems and processes in the laboratories handling such deadly pathogens are usually so robust and rigorous. These sorts of things just can't happen, Dr. Griffin said. Of course they can't. Anything can happen with Mr. Charlie now. Dr. Griffin said the lab needs to be on the front foot and explain clearly how the breach occurred. Nobody cares where it occurred. Where's the viruses at? That's what I want to know. We need to make sure we can restore people's faith in our laboratories. My faith in this world is gone. I don't have faith in nothing but the Most High. Nothing. People will let you down. Look at here. We need to make sure we can restore people's faith in our laboratories that are doing such important work. Why? What are y'all doing with viruses that don't even that are not even natural to your island? We need to be confident they're doing what we need them to do, he said. Review to probe how virus samples are kept in labs. Just the same old nonsense. We already been through this. It's happened so many times, but um, it says the breach comes as thousands of DNA samples are being retested after historical flaws were uncovered in the state-run Forensic Science Queensland lab. More than 40,000 criminal cases were affected by the discovery of systemic failures in the way DNA samples were analyzed. The findings sparked 2 commissions of inquiry, with the retesting process expected to take years. So anyway, just it's crazy, 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 crazy. And just you look at some of the things that are happening with children of the corn nations, and I'm telling you, just they're just having to expose things now. It's getting to the end. I guess somebody's having regret or whatever. Like, I don't know. This particular story to me is tied to the international national emergency that they're going to declare one day, because something is going to come and just take over the whole world, or it could be multiple things. It seems like just it's gonna be a whole lot of stuff, and you don't know which thing you're gonna get, so you gotta have something for everything. And oh god, it's just such a mess. But I just want to share this story with y'all. And then the next story that I have is this story, which I'm not going to read a whole lot of it, but I'll put links to both of them in the description so that you can read them for yourself. So there is a disease X outbreak in the Congo. So it says they're calling it disease X. I'm sorry, this is on NPR. It came out on December the 9th, the same day as the story about the missing lab samples in Australia. So this says they're calling it disease X. It's a mysterious illness circulating in a remote part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Current figures are over 400 cases, nearly 31 deaths. International health authorities are monitoring. It all started on October 24th when the first patient fell ill with an unidentified sickness. Others soon followed, all in Congo province, which is more than 400 miles from the capital, Kinshasa. But it wasn't until more than 5 weeks later that national government was notified. At the Emergency Operations Center for Public Health and at the INSP, National Institute of Public Health, which is in maximum alert mode, we've already positioned central level teams who will leave within 24 hours to join local health zones, says Dr. Duidon Mwamba, the director of INSP, who spoke in French at a press briefing on Thursday. So the most frequent symptoms that were noted: fever, headache, cough, and sometimes difficulties to breathe, he said. More than half the cases are in children under 5. So if that's the case, then how the little children are getting it? Nobody knows. No one knows yet how worried to be about disease X, as it's been called by Africa's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. In fact, situations like this occur probably several times a year around the world. But y'all know they love to start stuff over in Africa. And then it just kind of spreads everywhere else. But I just find it interesting if you look at this map. Look. So it's very interesting where these things pop up. Seems like anytime somebody's trying to help us, something is going on. Anyway, I'm gonna put a link to this story in the description so that you can read it for yourself. But pay attention to what is going on outside of the country. It's the holiday. People are not paying attention to what's going on. People are traveling, thinking that nothing is going to happen to them. Um, just like the Bible said, people are going to be eating, drinking, marrying, giving unto marriage, doing all mannerism of everything, not paying attention to the times. So I don't know what to say except for it's just gonna be real bad for a lot of people who are not paying attention to what's going on. Um, we gotta try to keep our immune systems up. We got to make sure we are eating properly as best we can, and praying over everything all the time because there's nothing clean on this planet. Nothing. There is no place clean on this planet. There is no safe place on this planet. So I wish people would stop talking about, oh, you need to go here, you need to go there. Ain't no place safe. The adversary is running everything. He has control of the entire planet. So, the air is not safe, the water is not safe, the food is not safe, people are not safe. Um, we're dealing with a lot of principalities. I just don't know what to say. We got pestilences, plagues, famines coming, economic collapse, aliens, orbs, chariots. Lord, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot. I'm tired. I'm just tired. Now you know how the saints gonna be wore out and why y'all got to come back, because if you don't, no flesh is gonna be saved. Ain't hardly, you know, no way for us to survive a lot of this stuff. Eventually, something, like tic tac toe, something's gonna take you out. So you gotta try to navigate these times, navigate these places and spaces, and pay attention to what's going on while you still can. Um, a lot of stuff is happening, but it seems like a lot of the children of the corn are waking up to reality and sounding the alarm. Whether or not that's part of the plan, too, we don't know. But what I do know is I don't think their plans are going as planned. And that's a good thing. So as long as we all are on the same page, sounding the alarm, I think their plans are less potent. But they have a lot of stuff in place, and they need our compliance. They need our fear, and they need our compliance. So those are two things. If you can do the opposite of everything they want you to do, hey, nothing will work. But so many of us are brainwashed. We can't help it. Try to not help your enemy. That's the best we can do. All right, links will be in the description for both of these stories. Leave me your feedback, your thoughts about, what do you think about all this stuff that's happening, all the diseases and so on and so forth. It's just a lot. I'm tired. All right, this is Martha K.